All right. Now, the point is, what is my point? What was I saying?
You were talking about recent excavations in the Levant?
Wow, that's a lot. These findings give us great insight into ancient culture. Think of it as an old group chat, minus the memes. These kind of findings can challenge us to rethink history.
Not everything ancient holds deep meaning.
That's so rude.
Maybe he's just analyzing ancient doodles.
Or maybe you're just being a cowbell.
You mean a dumbbell, sweetie?
Either way, you're making noise.
Let's keep it down.
Nah, sorry, I can't hear you. I'm just in my own universe.
Well, you need some gravity.
You need to come back down to earth because you're making 0 sense right now.
0.
Y'all just can't hear right.
Oh no, I can hear. And I'm right, right?
Right.
Am I right?
Right! Oh, wow! Yo, what? Yo, prof, I'm getting jumped here.
Hey! Keep it down. You're not in high school. Do you dig?
Yeah, I dig.
I dig.
It is Doug.
Midterm exams are on Blackboard. You guys clearly waited until the last minute.
What'd you get? I got an A. I can see clearly now the rain has... Professor, can I help you with your things?
You're still trying to get that A, huh?
I think I got it.
Nah, man, he's tripping, bro. He's tripping. What are you talking All right, look, I get it, Boomer. You respect hours in the library. Ink on your fingers, flipping through old dusty scrolls. That's cute, but I get all that info from chat in 30 seconds.
And yet, you're here in my office arguing with me about a B. Plus.
But that doesn't make you better, just slower. Figured you could use an upgrade. The wise can always get wiser, triple OG.
That's the Nazareth inscription.
A Roman edict from the 1st century orders against grave robbing. You see, 30 seconds, prof.
Sure. And without me, you would have never known what to search.
You seriously have a whole lot of Jesus stuff mixed in with historical artifacts. Where's that Easter bunny, huh?
Yeah, but unlike the Easter Bunny, Jesus actually existed.
Yeah? He died and came back to life like Tupac getting shot 5 times. Oh, I know this fairy tale. Yeah, the Holy Bible. These accounts lack independent verification, prof.
Flavius Josephus, a 1st century Jewish historian, he actually mentioned Jesus by name. Now, he wasn't a disciple, nor did he ever follow him. He simply recorded history.
Yeah, but scholars say that Christian scribes tampered with it, so...
Yeah, but by that logic, we'd have to doubt if Socrates was real. Now, they've written more about Jesus than Caesar Augustus. Yet the people of Italy, they never questioned if Caesar existed.
Okay, look, so existing is one thing. I get it. But the whole nail to the cross thing, Prof, like that's what I don't understand. And by the way, I don't know if you knew, but Romans, they used ropes for crucifixion. They did not use nails.
That is a replica of a first century crucifixion nail they found in a tomb near Jerusalem. The nail was still pierced in the heel bone. That was absolute proof that the Romans nailed prisoners to the cross. Crucifying a man was the most humiliating, shameful, barbaric act that any man could ever endure. The word excruciating came from
the Latin word excruciatus, which means out of the cross, I know.
Where'd you get that from, AI?
Nah, Wes Huff was on Rogan.
Listen, kid, have you ever read a book in your life?
Nah, we got, what is it, YouTube, podcast, Audible, AI summary translator, you ever heard of that one? Yeah, I'm a great listener, Prof. That's what my girlfriend says.
You want to get that?
No, I'm cool. That's bugging, bro.
You know, when I was your age, my dad used to jack up my flow too.
Jack up my flow. What is that, some biblical slang from your day or something?
It's from the 60s, actually. Whenever my dad got wasted, he always got very, very emotional. He always wanted to talk. I never did.
Did y'all ever figure it out? I'd still take a drunk over my dad. That dude's got some major problems, you know? All right, so Jesus, he was crucified. I get that. But he could have faked his death, my man.
Crucifixion victims suffocated when fluid built up around their hearts. When pierced by a spear, blood and water flowed. He was dead, Miles. Do you know who were the first to find the empty tomb? Women. Their testimony would have been worthless in court.
Yeah, but again, Professor, you're quoting a religious text written by believers. That's like academics writing about Drake.
Who is academic?
Never mind, boomer.
But Paul wasn't a follower. He persecuted Christians. But then once Jesus appeared to him, he was no longer a hunter of Christians. He became a leader of Christians.
Like, the whole rising from the dead thing, like that's where it gets a little sus for me. I don't get it, you know? You're putting all your weight on testimony. And testimony, it's unverifiable, it's subjective.
Subjective?
Oh, absolutely. Let's be real for a sec, Prof. Right? We're talking about mass hysteria. You're talking about psychological imprinting. What else? Cult-like devotion. You feel me? Check this out. If 500 people, right, claim to see Kurt Cobain at a Starbucks in Seattle, Prof, you gonna believe that too?
That's a fair critique. But unlike Kurt Cobain, many died for that belief.
Even so, Prof, like outside sources, They acknowledge Jesus as a movement, not the resurrection.
Historians wouldn't affirm a miracle, but they were quick to confirm that his followers fled right after his death. They were terrified that they would be crucified.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that, Prof. Everybody probably wanted to kill him.
Then all of a sudden, something strange happened. His followers were willing to come back, be arrested, beaten, and then executed. I mean, would you go to jail for someone you knew was guilty? Would you die for a friend whom you knew was a fraud? You can't go from coward to a martyr unless the impossible happens. Nobody dies for a lie, son. Nobody.
I got a jam. Look, Prof, don't worry about my grade, okay? It is what it is.
Well, if you revise it with deeper analysis and better sources, and if it comes up to standard, I'll happily reconsider your grade.
Thanks, Prof. Professor Gaston.
No problem. I'm amazed. You just stopped coming to my class late. All right?
I'll try. Hey, Prof, it still doesn't add up to me. Why would any man want to go through that?
You asked if my father and I got to work it out. Well, I went to see my father. But I did see him. But it was a little too late. When I got there, I saw a fragile, weak man. I went there to cuss him out, to tell him how much I hated him for leaving me and my mother, for never being around. But when I looked at that weak, little old man, the impossible happened. I didn't tell him that I hated him. I told him that I love him.
Seriously?
And you asked, how did Jesus endure that torture and that pain? It was love. And it was because of that love that I was able to forgive my father.
Yes, Professor.
So, sometimes our heart takes over our head when it's supposed to.
Hey, Dad. Hey, listen, I just called. No, Dad, listen, I didn't call you up to argue. Dad, I am not calling you up to argue. Can you listen to me for a sec? I said, listen to me, Dad! I love you. I love you, man. I love you.
Let's see. What did that boy put in my phone? This chat PGT. Oh. What is academic? Nice. Hip hop personality, blogger, rap fuse, love Drake way too much. What is a Drake? Wow. Well, I guess the wise just gets wiser.